if we go and we look, for example, at the EPA model, and we try to understand what are the biggest impacts that buildings have from a greenhouse gas standpoint, an erosion standpoint, and this, that, and the other thing, and a lot of it has to do with what we're doing when we first start building. What's your foundation? How do you treat that site? Are you bringing in all kinds of equipment? Are you putting concrete foundations in? Is that building a light touch on the land? Or is it really, really ruining things before you even do anything else? And so the Laredo was a first attempt at putting in temporary buildings, which means that the structures that you see here are actually held in, for a large part, by anchors. The anchors are put into the ground. They can be taken out in the future. The pole system, which is the support system, which is simply penetrating into the ground to a certain distance, can be extracted, and that this could become something else. So that the drilling stem is actually a very strong way of holding up these buildings. We could build the buildings roof-wise on the ground, elevate them, do the straw walls underneath them. That technique of doing low-impact buildings foundation-wise, we now have about 3 different foundation systems that we're using, where we can use a helix to put into the ground, and the building being built on that helix. A lot of people don't realize that those anchors are not only good for tension, but they're good for compression, and that means that there's only a very small part of land and a very small piece of equipment that goes in to put that into the ground, and by the way can easily be put in reverse and be taken out of the ground and that building put some other place.